Hello and welcome everybody to today's very special post non-farm payroll commodities corner. So today, as always, during the session, we will be covering the biggest trading opportunities right now, how to use fixed odds trading for maximum profits, live market analysis, identifying high probability trade setups on commodities, and of course we'll be answering any questions you have as well. So we have a double whammy today. We've had the non-farm payroll and we've also had the OPEC announcement. So I will go through both of those during the course of the session when we go on to the technical setups. Just before we do so, a quick recap of the major markets that we trade on binary.com. Those include on the metals, we trade gold, silver, palladium and platinum. And on the energies, we trade crude oil. So those are the main markets we will be focusing on as we head into this session. Okay, so we'll be taking trades on those markets. So first of all, let me introduce you to the Gold and Silver Club. We are an international commodities trading research and advisory group. We specialize in the precious metals, the energies and the agricultural markets. We are recognized as the leading go-to authority on commodities, as internationally respected experts. Our analysis and our opinions on the metals, the energies and the agricultural markets are routinely sought by major financial television channels and publications, which include Bloomberg, Reuters, CNN, Global Banking and Finance Review, the Wall Street Journal, to name a few. Our team of experts has advised and taught technical analysis, fundamental research, and portfolio management to more than 75,000 private and institutional traders worldwide. For further information on the Gold and Silver Club and our expertise, please do go ahead and visit us at www.thegollandsilverclub.com. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll move on and we'll have a look at the current price of gold. We've had a lovely breakout on gold today on non-farm payroll. We are currently trading at $1,083 per ounce on gold. We'll take a look at the technicals very shortly. Before we do so, we'll talk you through the top trades of the week using the Gold and Silver Club's signature trading strategies. Now, we've been trading non-farm payroll with the Private Traders Club earlier on today, so we've got quite a few positions on right now, which are moving very nicely indeed. So first of all, I've had a lovely breakout opportunity on gold, which we've taken for a breakout of $1,060 per ounce. So gold, we've seen a lovely breakout to the upside as we head into the end of the first week of December. So the Santa rally has started. If we look over at silver, had a similar breakout on silver, lovely capitulation, lovely breakout today, entering at 14.35 for a rise trade for the price to be higher. And palladium, we've continued to surge on, entering at $541 per ounce for a rise trade for the price to be higher. So all three metals moving very nicely at the moment. And what we'll do, we'll take a look at the precious metals and we'll take a look at the oils now as well. We're going to be using two types of trades on binary.com. We're going to be talking about the higher trade and the lower trade. So essentially, if you select higher, you win the payout if the market exit price is strictly higher than the entry price. And if you select lower, you win the payout if the market exit price is strictly lower than the entry price. A very straightforward way to trade commodities. Essentially, if you're buying into a market, you only need the price to close 1 point in your direction to win the entire trade. If you are selling into a market, you only need the price to close 1 point in your direction for a sell in order to win the entire trade. So it's very straightforward. So what I'll do, I'm going to share my screens. I'll move over to the technicals and also we'll move over to the news as well. So I just bring that up for you. Bear with me as I just share my screens with you. Okay, and let me know once you can see my screens as well. That'd be perfect. Yep, okay, super. Right, we'll move it over. First of all, we'll have a look at the gold market here. So I'll bring you up to speed just on the fundamentals at the moment. Okay, so you should be able to see my screen at the moment, just my Reuters platform, and I'll talk you through it. So essentially today we've had two major news announcements. We've had the OPEC announcement and we've also had the employment rate. So the employment rate has come in over forecast. Okay, so we've had a better NFP than expected. This has caused some stability for the US dollar after it had a huge sell-off yesterday, but it's also caused a nice breakout on the precious metals because it's been a bit of a muted move. It came in as expected, but one very major point is that Janet Yellen this week at the Federal Reserve, she during her statement said that if we had very strong employment numbers today on non-farm payroll, that would give the green light for the December rate hike. And the December rate hike is now very much on the cards. So you can see the US job growth increased solidly in November in the show of the economy's strength, which most likely paves the way forward for the Federal Reserve to raise interest rates this month for the first time in nearly a decade. So this is very important as we head into December. Now, we will be trading the FOMC announcement live. This could be a historic FOMC announcement. It's going to be on Wednesday, the 16th of December. We'll be trading this live with all of our traders at the Gold and Silver Club. There is, of course, as always, an opportunity for you to join us as well. If you look here, the non-farm payrolls, they increased to 211,000 in November. Unemployment rate held steady at 5%. Average hourly earnings increased 4 cents. The employment report likely cements the December Fed rate hike, which is exactly what the Federal Reserve has been looking for. Okay, so this has been viewed as strong for the U.S. economy, but because we had such a significant sell-off on the U.S. dollar yesterday, we haven't seen a huge recovery, which has enabled the precious metals to really break out to the upside. Now, we'll see if the updates have come through on the metals now yeah, there you go. Just come through. So gold up 1.6% to two-week high after US jobs data. So we've had a really nice breakout to the upside here, up nearly 1% after the ECB announcement yesterday, and we're up again today. So we're really getting into that time of year where at the beginning of December, you typically get a Santa rally, which I know we've discussed during our training webinars. So for those of you who caught our webinar the previous week, which we discussed how to trade the commodity Santa rally in December, if you missed that, go back to YouTube on binary.com and watch that recording, because we're now seeing the Santa rally. You've still got time to take advantage of this rally because we've seen big breakouts today on gold, on silver. I mean, this is a breakout on gold. It's been a really nice move. So we're still about to break out higher as we go into next week. There's still potential for more upside here as well. So we've had a really nice boost to gold and silver. It's been a really lovely move to the upside. Now, I'll move you through the energies. So the energies have also been in the limelight today. So one of the most important points which has come out of OPEC today is that they've stuck to their output policies as the global glut grows, which is important, which essentially means they're not going to provide more support for oil, and it means it does pave the way for lower prices at the moment. So we can see here that the latest news is coming out of Vienna from the OPEC meeting is that OPEC looked unlikely to take any steps to cut oil production to lift languishing prices at a meeting on Friday, potentially worsening one of the worst crude gluts in history. So we actually broke down in oil prices earlier on. Technically, we've broken some support levels as well. So we are seeing a breakdown in price. So the supply is growing. Iran has repeatedly said it would boost production by at least 1 million barrels per day when sanctions are lifted. This would add to the global glut, as the world is currently already consuming up to 2 million barrels less than it's producing. Iraq oil minister Adil Abdul Mahdi said his country would further raise output next year after having steeply increased production in 2015. So at the moment, this is paving the way for weaker prices again. And we're seeing a breakdown. We saw a breakdown in price a little bit earlier on today. There does look like there's the potential for us to break down low. We're following this live as all the news is coming out from our Reuters platform here. You can see as each step during the day here is just coming out real time. So we're following this. But technically, we have broken key support, and we're now looking for more selling pressure. Okay, so overall, at the moment, the main headline news on the commodity side right now has been oil drops after maintaining output despite the oversupply. So we're seeing there's an opportunity to sell oil, particularly as we come into next week here as well. And the other major news announcement on the metals has been the non-farm payroll. Okay, so we've seen gold up 1.6% so far. So what you want to do, you want the technicals, but then you want to marry up the fundamentals, and it gives you a higher probability trade to take advantage of. So if we take into account that data, gold is still rocketing right now. So I'm more than happy to get into another position on gold here because we're starting to begin the all-important Santa rally. So I do want to get into a trade here for gold. I'll bring my platform out to you. Just want to get everything set up for this. So it's going to be a trade just to be higher by next week. So I want to be in and out of this. In the short term, I want to be in and out of this by Tuesday next week, just to allow for some follow-through on Monday as well. Okay, so I'm just going to share my screen with you here. So you can see here very clearly, I'm going for a gold trade, okay? So the gold trade at the moment, I want the price to be high. Now, we're having a lovely little rally right now. I'm looking for more follow-through. So what is known as a 3 white soldiers pattern, where you get 3 days worth of follow-through here. I'll see if I can just show you that quickly just via the private Traders Club here. Let's just go to the glossary and bring that up for you. I'll show you what a 3 white soldiers pattern typically looks like. Okay, so this I'm looking for follow through now. So this is where you get good follow through. You have a breakout, and then you have a 3 white soldiers pattern. So it's followed by 3 days of gain. So you've got 1 yesterday, 2 today, and I'm looking for more follow through. So you can see here on gold we've got 1 soldier, 2 soldier, and then essentially I'm looking for a Monday another follow through candle, because we've had quite a significant breakout today, especially if we close near the daily highs. Okay, so I'm looking for, again, I get the best price. Gold, I want the price to close higher here. So I'll purchase the contract 4 days to be higher by the close on Tuesday. So I'll go for 81% payout. The deposit, $1,655 for a $3,000 payout. Okay, so I'm going to take that. Okay, perfect. So that has been actioned. I'm now in that trade. I've taken that trade long on gold. So that's my first position. I also like oil for a sell here. We did break down for a major key support a little bit earlier on. I see this as a swing trade as well. So what I'll do, I'll actually get into oil here for a trade between now, and I'm actually going to go into this for a 7-day trade between now and next week, just because there will be some volatility in between over the course of today. As traders digest this news from OPEC, there'll be more breaking news later on, but essentially we've broken key support here. Essentially, the fundamentals are very bearish for oil right now. I see more downside over the next week. So I'm going for a sell short on oil, 7-day trade for us to close lower than 43.53 by next week. Okay, payout on that 76%. So let's just get the update on that. I'll go a little bit heavier on that trade because I quite like the fundamentals here, like it a lot. We've got good confirmation. So 76% payout, $2,273 per ounce is the deposit for $4,000. Let's just check everything. Market oil, start time now. Duration 7 days. Payout $4,000. Deposit $2,273. So that's fine. Okay, I'll take that. Yep, great. So the contract has been executed there as well. So I've just taken my trade on oil for a sell. So that is looking good. Again, a lot of fundamentals are supporting this trade at the moment. So we just go back over to oil here. So just bring that back out for you. So yeah, ultimately, let's see if we got any more updates here as well. Yeah, more of the same, really. I'll go through it a little bit more detail. A few of you have joined us a little bit later here, so I'll just update you the latest from Reuters. So oil prices fell on Friday after news that OPEC was planning to maintain its production near record highs despite depressed prices, as the producer group continued to guard its share of an oversupplied market. The group, which produces a third of global oil, decided to increase its collective output ceiling to 31.5 million barrels per day from the previous 30 million barrels. So that, again, is showing, you've got more supply there. It will be weak for the oil market. 2 OPEC sources told Reuters in the move that acknowledged that members are already pumping well in excess of the current ceiling. So they're actually putting up the ceiling and they're going to pump out more oil. So that could definitely provide more downside for oil over between now, really, and Christmas. We could see this sort of movement to the downside. Now, typically oil every year, it does bottom around the end of December and as we go into January. So this, from a seasonality perspective, you usually do see weaker oil prices as we come right into the end of December. And then as we come into January, you can see this bigger lift between mid to end of January, which is usually down to airlines who lock in prices for the entire year. And that because they're all buying the futures contracts, and particularly if you've got oil sitting around the current lows that it's at right now, as you go into January, you can imagine that a lot of airlines, they want to lock in good prices for the year. They potentially do that over the month of January. It can provide a lovely buy opportunity to buy oil around mid to end of January. Is often really good. You see a strong February rally. So just something to note. But between now and the end of the year, typically, no, it's not strong. Seasonality-wise, the fundamentals are pointing to weakness and the technicals are pointing to weakness. Now, the only point I would say about oil right now, which is a little bit dangerous, is the fact that there are record sell shorts in the market at the moment. So if you look at the CFTC reports, which come out every single Friday, which show the amount of net short positions there are in the market, currently we've got these at record highs for funds and institutions, which means that if there was to be a sudden rally in the market, you could see, from a contrarian point of view, you could see a very big breakout to the upside and a capitulation. At the moment, that's not happening. We're seeing a further breakdown. But when you get so many sellers in the market, it can cause these sudden eruptions in price to the upside. We're not seeing that just yet. I do see more downside, but it's just something to be aware of, particularly if anything kicks off geopolitically over the next couple of weeks. If something happens big in Syria or in Iran or in the big oil-producing countries, and we could see some geopolitical big spikes to the upside. It's just something to be mindful of. But right now, everything is looking good for a sell short. Yeah, here's actually a point. I'll bring it up right now. This is actually going right on it. Hedge funds leave crude prices at risk for a recoil. Okay, let's see if I can just go into a little bit more detail on that. Yeah, so here it is, that the enormous degree of investors' short interest, so that are short this market, selling at the moment in the market, has itself become a source of potential instability. So the bigger risk here comes from the enormous concentration of short positions and the possibility of a short covering rally if the funds all try to take profit and scale them back at the same time. Okay, so that's a good point, right? So at the moment, everybody's selling oil. Everybody, and we've just had the OPEC announcement, which has confirmed you should be selling oil. So everybody's selling oil. So at some point, one of the big institutions of funds is going to take their profits on that trade. And when they take their profits on the trade, if it's a big order which take profit, it will cause a big short covering rally. And then as other traders start taking all their profits off the table, think, okay, it's time to close out for the year, out of the short positions, let's bank it, we've done very well on oil, you'll see this sudden turnaround in price. The timing of this is the most important thing, because we could still go down. You can see here where we've got the percentage to break down still significantly. It's just down to when some of the really big players in the market, when they decide to take their profits. So this is going to be another big factor as we go into next week. It will be really interesting to see how this pans out in the short term. So you've got here again, how the hedge funds will exit from this large short position remains unclear. The stakes of both ministers and hedge funds have rarely been higher. Okay, so the stakes are very high at the moment regarding selling short into the oil market. So a lot of traders will be watching this very carefully for any signs of the potential that we're starting to see some year-end profit taking as well. So for now, technically, fundamentally, everything looks good for a sell, but it's just being mindful of the fact that some of the largest sell short positions on record are currently in the market. And if some of those traders decide to take profit, it will cause a short covering rally. So very interesting, but we'll see how that pans out. But that's the main news update just regarding oil there at the moment. So what we'll do, we'll take it back to gold. And I'll show you also platinum is looking really good for a buy. Palladium's just started to pick up some momentum right in the, thought it would. Right, here we go. So we've got silver, we've got a buy in silver, we've got a buy in gold as well. Both of these are moving really nicely. We've also got a buy in palladium. I would say, which one would I enter a fresh position in now? I'd have to take it out to the weekly to assess it. Let's just have a look and see what I can look at in terms of the best trade. Yeah, I'd say palladium. Palladium for sure. Look at that massive rejection candle forming on the weekly. So I'd say the last trade we're going to take today is going to be the palladium trade. I do like that for more upside as we go into next week. Again, I'll just get into that in a swing trade. Start time now, 7 days. Looks pretty good on that. And let's just go out in duration. Let's have a look. Rise of full contracts. Okay, that looks good at the moment. Okay, so I'm going to go, this is just in the palladium market. Let me just see, we've got a little notification coming up in front of my price. Okay, that's been cleared out now. Okay, so palladium, I'm going for, again, a sell short, get best price. I'm looking for the price to close lower, 85% payout. So I'm looking for a $2,160 deposit for a $4,000 payout, okay, for the price to be lower over the next 7 days. So just get the best price again. Thinking about oil still in my head, price to be higher. Okay, so it is a price to be higher. We just bought into that contract for the price to be higher over the next 7 days. The spot price there, let me actually just show you again. I was quite quick at doing that. Let me just show you the trade I've just taken. So again, it's palladium for the price to be higher over the next 7 days. Duration 7 days. I'm looking for the price to close higher, 75% payout, deposit is $2,284 for a $4,000 payout. Now, at the moment, we're getting into this time of year where typically you do tend to see a Santa rally, okay? And if you haven't seen a Santa rally before, I will just quickly bring you across and just show you what a season or a Santa rally typically looks like here. And this is the time of year where you do expect a Santa rally. So this is what we saw last year, right? In the first week of December, we saw huge Santa rallies in gold, in silver, in platinum. And now the same thing is happening. So this is seasonal. The same thing happens every single year. Also, if you go back to OPEC last year, when this is the exact same time last year, right? OPEC last year, once they decided to keep oil production targeted unchanged at 30 million barrels per day, which is essentially exactly the same as they're doing now. Oil broke 750 points in 2 days, and within 2 weeks, it broke 1,500 points. So the same things happen year after year when you're trading the commodity markets, and we're very aware of this when we're trading the seasonality plays as well. So again, just going back to the Santa rally, this is something which happens every single December. Now we've kicked into the Santa rally. Last year, it started the 1st of December. This year, it's starting the 4th of December. We're seeing really big moves. I mean, if you just have a look at the chart, compare this, right? This is last year on gold, silver, and also on platinum, and then go over and have a look at what's happening at the moment now. Daily chart now, it's 4th of December. Palladium is rallying big time. We'll have a look at platinum, huge rally to the upside. So gold, huge rally to the upside. Silver, so you can see the same things happen year after year. They're predictable. Okay, excellent. Good. So what I will do now, those are the major positions that we've taken. I don't think there's any more questions coming up just at the moment. I will double check that though if there are any additional questions right now. I will bring those up for you. Just come back to the main presentation for a second. Okay, fantastic. Yep. Okay, great. Now, I don't think there's any more questions right now, but if you would like more daily commodities analysis, live trading ideas ready to implement on binary.com, you can join the Private Traders Club. Okay, members of the Private Traders Club, you get access to Master the Markets training course, live trade setups, live technical analysis videos, the inside track to the week ahead trading plan, as well as VIP email support. And what I'll do, I'll show you actually, I'll go across to www.theprivatetradersclub.com. Let me just show you. You can have a look at that at the same time if you just also want to just come on this website as I talk through it. Okay, so it's www.theprivatetradersclub.com. Okay, that's the link, and I will just bring you over to that now on my presentation just so you can see it on my screen as well. Okay, excellent. You should be able to see my screen now. Yep, super. So this is the link you'll be brought across to at www.theprivatetradersclub.com. So let me just talk you through that now. Okay, so essentially at the Private Traders Club, you get access to the Gold and Silver Club signature Master the Markets trading course. That is designed to give traders a thorough understanding of the commodity markets along with the proven fundamental and technical trading strategies. These are the exact powerful trading methods that professional traders and investment banks and hedge funds use around the world. You've seen me go through Reuters. We are very aware of where the big money, the hedge funds, the institutions, where they're positioning themselves on the trades. We trade the same way as the institutions do to give us a massive edge within our trading. We've got access to news feeds, which the institutions do as well, and this really gives us a big edge in the market. It's one of the most comprehensive commodity trading programs available anywhere in the world. It will teach you everything you really need to know to become a consistent and profitable trader. It will absolutely, if you're a beginner, it will take you step by step through the process, really build up your foundations, or even if you're an experienced trader in the market, but you haven't really been able to stay profitable, this will really help you to build up your foundations and consistency for trading. You also get access to the private live trade setups at the Gold and Silver Club. So we've already been triggered into 3 trades earlier on today that all of our trades get email notifications for. They join us live on the webinar as well for those entries, and they also get the setups live on our forum. Every trade that is shared has the exact entry, the exit, the take profit, stop loss targets. Everything is laid out very clearly. It's the exact trades that we are taking at the Gold and Silver Club, so you can act on information fast. And you also get the inside tracks, the week ahead trading plan. So this prepares a lot of our traders for the week ahead. So sometimes when you're trading, it can be lonely if you're not part of a group of traders. Maybe you're not interacting with other traders. So we have a whole community at the Gold and Silver Club of international traders, very successful traders, who we are in regular contact with, who are in regular contact with each other, and we provide, as well as live trading rooms throughout the week ahead trading plan. So that really gives you access to our exclusive Inside Track week ahead plan. Very comprehensive trading plan, outlines the major economic events in the coming week, along with a list of highly profitable trade setups, chart analysis, commentary across the commodities markets. Really ensures that you're fully prepared for the week ahead. So really important that you don't miss any good opportunities, and you get access to all of that at part of the Private Traders Club, and also live technical analysis videos. So that really helps you to get a deeper understanding of the way that we trade the markets. Particularly if you're a beginner or intermediate, you can really build up your knowledge this way. It helps immensely by being able to go back through all of our training videos. You can go through those in your own time, by the way. So with the Master Markets Trading course, you can go through that all in your own time, your online course, and you can take that step by step. Each module is in a very chronological sequence, so it builds up all of your foundations for trading the commodities markets. You have access to the live trading rooms throughout the week to really help you understand and implement the Gold and Silver Club live trade setups and how to trade the markets. And of course, you get access to VIP email support. So you've got a dedicated email support line to contact the Gold and Silver Club whenever you've got questions, you require support with a trading course, technical setups, or market-related queries. Our team is there to respond to you. You're supported every step of the way, which is really, really important. So if you are ready to take your trading to the next level, all you need to do, this is important, once you're on that link, okay, so once you're on that website, www.theprivatetradersclub.com. Just go to enroll here now. Once you've pressed on that link, you'll be taken to the enrollment form. Now, this is important. Just make sure you fill out every single field on that form. And once you've filled it all out, you need to go to apply now. Okay, so that is very important, right? So once you've completed all of that, you just need to go to apply now, and that will take you through, that will submit your application to the Gold and Silver Club Private Traders Club. Okay, so that is all you need to do. So again, guys, if you are really ready to take your trading to the next level, to join the Private Traders Club, all you need to do is very simply go to www.theprivatetradersclub.com. Membership is by application only. Complete the enrollment form and we'll get in touch with you ASAP. And of course, we look forward to working with you. Okay, fantastic. Great stuff, guys. So that has been this week's Commodities Corner. It's been a pleasure to host today's session with you all. I really look forward to working with those of you who will be joining us. Remember, if you join now, you have the opportunity to trade the major historic FOMC announcement on Wednesday, the 16th of December. There hasn't been an interest rate hike in 10 years in the US. So this could be a major trading opportunity and a Christmas bonus for those of you joining us on that session, okay? So have a great weekend, and we'll see you, of course, all on the next one. Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.